Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review slash tutorial, and I'm kind of excited for this one because I haven't done a drugstore tutorial. I don't think I've even done a review on something drugstore. Oh, I have, but it's only been on liquid lipsticks. And so today I'm gonna do it on a palette, and I'm so excited because I know that a lot of people can't really afford to be buying all this expensive makeup. Like, I totally get it. I was there once where I refused to buy high-end makeup, and so I kind of feel a little bit bad because I have been forgetting to kind of review drugstore products, but I also do keep the makeup for myself. So you know, I want to have nice makeup, but I do want to do tutorials for those people that can't really afford drugstore products, and they want me to review or can't afford high-end products and they want me to review drugstore products. So by the way, I've kind of just been keeping up with the Instagram trends, so whatever I see that is getting posted a lot, that's what I kind of tend to go into and try and get. And a lot of people were posting about the NYX Love You So Mochi collection, and this is their spring collection, I believe, which, let me just tell you guys, it's so gorgeous. I have both sides of the collection, which I'm gonna do in separate videos, just like the Kylie holiday collection that I did it in separate videos, just because there's two eye palettes and there's two highlight palettes, so I want to review both of them like fully. I don't want to do a big long video where you guys get bored and just end up clicking away. I want to review two separate videos so that you guys kind of have a little taste on both of them, and you know, and you kind of decide on which one you want. So NYX is a drugstore brand, but it's also a little bit on the pricier side. Like, I think it's one of the priciest brands in the drugstore, which to me it's fine. You know, they're not that incredibly priced, but for this palette it was $19.99, so $20 for this palette, and I think it's all right for a drugstore pricing. Maybe I would have liked it to be $15, $14.99 or $15.99, but you know, I'll take $19.99 if it's good. So we're gonna see if it's worth the price. And then each highlight palette was $18.99, so it's $1 less than the eye palette, which it's kind of on that side because it's kind of expensive for like comparing it to this. They're both almost the same amount, just one's a palette and one's a highlight. So that was all for their collections. I do have another, so I have two other ones, and then I have a stick highlighter, which that one I'm gonna review on the other video. But I kind of have something in mind with this palette. Okay guys, so here is the palette opened up. It has they're all shimmers, which I don't know how I feel about that. But it has very neon colors, very exciting colors. So I want to swatch a few for you guys. I want to swatch 3. So first we're going to swatch this kind of greenish color right here, and look at that pigment. Oh my goodness. So very shimmery. And then the yellow one. So here is the yellow as well, very pigmented, very shimmery. This is so nice. And then I'm gonna go in for the hot pink. So here's hot pink. Look at those swatches, they're very pigmented. Oh my goodness. Let's swatch these on my hand, see how they look. Oh my, look at that. It looks almost like a rainbow. That's so cool. So very pigmented on the skin, like it even makes me look darker because the colors are so bright. So they're so pigmented. So let's see how they work on the eyes before we get too excited. Okay guys, so we're gonna see how this works out. But first I am going to take this color right here and then put it on my crease. And I'm gonna be taking this brush, which is kind of like a blending brush, but it's a little bit skinnier, so it's perfect for going in the crease. Okay, so that color isn't so pigmented as I wanted it to. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here, this orangey color, and I'm gonna see if that one has a better pigment. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this hot pink right here, this one, the one we swatched. And I'm gonna go in my outer corner. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go back in with that orange and I'm gonna put it in my middle lid, kind of blending it with the pink shade. Okay, so now taking some MAC Quick Fix, I am going to wet the brush and I'm going to be applying that yellow nice color on my inner lid. So I'm gonna try putting in my finger on this because apparently they said that it works better if you put your finger in it. Okay guys, so let me put on some eyeliner and eyelashes and then I'll be back to talk about what I think about this palette. Okay guys, so I added some eyeliner and some eyelashes, and I also added a little bit of yellow eyeliner from NYX as well. I added some yellow eyeliner on top of my black eyeliner and a little bit on the crease, just to make it pop a little bit more. And just to add a little extra something, I did add from NYX as well just a tiny bit of gold on top of the yellow liner that I put on the crease. I think it just makes it like kind of like a little extra, you know what I'm saying. So I did want to finish this look by putting some of that pink underneath my lower lash line. You guys know that a look is not complete until I put some color under my lower lash line. And just because I feel like this color is more of like a pop color, I don't want to bring the pop down by putting black eyeliner. So I'm just not going to put eyeliner today. And then I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on the inner lower lash line. So there is the finished look. And now on to product number 2, which is the highlighters. By the way guys, I had forgotten to mention that I'm also gonna be testing out the brush, and this is the NYX professional makeup brush. I think this is specifically for the highlights. This is a very different highlight brush, as you guys could see. It is kind of like more like a triangle shape. I've never used anything like this, so I'm gonna be excited to be trying this out. As you guys know, I normally use my fan brushes, but this is a different brush. So we're gonna try that out and we're gonna see how it works. Okay guys, so here we go with the highlight, and I think I'm gonna do this color right here. Don't worry guys, I will be swatching all of them for you, but I think we have kind of like a pink kind of theme going on, so I want to do this color just to make it fun. Let's see. This brush is super soft, but I don't feel like it's really, I don't know. Let's try the gold one. So this brush is super soft, but since it has so many bristles, I think that it's not really grabbing onto the highlight as I want it to. So let's see, let's try this with my fingers. Look at that, guys. So yeah, I think these are kind of meant to be on the finger instead, which I'm not really a big fan of applying makeup with fingers. But one thing that I do want to say is these kind of remind me of the Kylie wet sets. Just like the way they are, like they're kind of like buttery. So they kind of do remind me of the Kylie wet sets. They're not super shiny, so on camera it looks glowy. Then on my mirror, I'm just not really seeing that really crazy pop of gold. I mean of highlight. But let me give you guys some swatches. So here is the pink highlight, and that is what it looks like. They're really sheer but also very glittery, and I think maybe that's why I'm having kind of trouble with them, is because they're pretty sheer. So there's the highlights right there. So they're really sheer, and maybe that's the problem that I'm having with them, that they're not really showing up. But there's all three of the swatches. Okay guys, so let's backtrack a little and let me tell you guys the cost of this brush. And this brush is $15.99, so basically $16 for this brush. Now $15.99 for a drugstore brush, as you guys may know, is kind of a lot. Just because I don't shop in the drugstore doesn't mean I know my drugstore prices, because I did shop at the drugstore for makeup a lot, so I do also know the prices and everything, and I think that's just way too much for this brush. I mean, it is very soft, really soft. I think that the shaping of it is very nice as well. I might have to try this with a different highlighter and see my final opinion on it. But if they made this brush, it's supposed to work with the highlight, which to me honestly it didn't really work, just because since the highlight is kind of creamy and it's more like it glides onto your finger and then onto your face, I think that this brush did not work for what it was meant to. I might have to try this again, like I said, with another different type of highlight, maybe like the Anastasia highlight or some other different highlight, but this brush did not work for the NYX highlighting kit. And so I think that if you're purchasing this brush to use it on the NYX highlight kit, I think that you shouldn't get it. But it's a very nice brush, very soft, so I do recommend this brush. stay tuned, and maybe I'll let you guys know in one of my videos how I like it, or maybe on my Snapchat, so stay tuned for that. But just for this for the purpose of this video, with this highlight, it did not work. I feel like I've got the highlight on my cheeks better with my finger than the brush. So next, moving on to the highlight. So this highlight, when I swatched it in the store, because I did swatch it on the store, and I was just like in love with it. I was just like, I'm so ready to do this review. But the thing with this is that on the swatches, it looks very nice, like when you're looking down at your hand like this. But I feel like it just it's really shimmery, and like from far away you can't even notice anything is on my hand. So with that being said, I do see a little bit of glow on my cheeks. I know on the camera it's even more pigmented, but I just think that it just takes so much to just kind of like get this glow. I put on a couple of layers with my finger, and that's another thing that I don't really like applying makeup with my finger, just because you're touching so many other different things, like your foundation and maybe like cleaning out the eyeliner, or maybe like you get a little bit of eyelash glue on your hands. So applying makeup with your fingers is just so unsanitary. I know that there's so many other things that are unsanitary as well, but I think that it just makes it worse. So I'm not really a big fan of this one. Maybe the other different colors might be more of a pop, just because they're whiter. These have more like a color to them. I mean, it's not bad for a drugstore highlight. That highlight on the camera, it's popping. So I don't know, I'm in between with this one. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I think that on camera the highlight is just popping, but then I don't like how I have to apply it with my fingers, and the highlight is a little bit more subtle in person. So I'm in between for this one. I can't make up my mind, honestly. Like, I don't want to say no, because girl, like, that's a pretty good highlight on there for drugstore, but I don't want to say yes because I don't like the fact that I had to apply it with my fingers. So I'm in between, okay? So don't judge me, because I can be in between for something for once in my life. I can be in between, you know, like I could probably wear this for days that, you know, for like more of a natural look, where I don't want too much of a highlight and I just want to look kind of glowy. Then I can use this one. So last thing is the palette. And the palette, I feel like it's very pigmented with some colors. Other colors are not as pigmented, and I totally get that. I think it's because of the shade, because of the colors and the shimmers. But I think that the colors are very pigmented when you swatch them and when you apply them with your finger. But when you're blending them, it's a little bit harder to get the buildup and get the pigment that you truly want. So I would say that this palette, again, it's I don't really know how to feel about it. I mean, the makeup look that I did looks very pigmented, very pretty, so I'm not complaining about it. But like for the two orangey colors, I couldn't really get much of a pigment, but for the yellow and the pink, oh my goodness, they're so pigmented. I'm so surprised. I did try one of the NYX, it was like a little quad, not quad, it had like 16 shades, but it was tiny, and it had a whole bunch of neon colors, and I did not like it at all. I think this did a better job, and I thought that this wasn't gonna do such a good job because they're shimmers, they're not mattes, and as you guys all know, shimmers are harder to blend, and they're harder just kind of to get that build up pigment when you're blending with them. but honestly I think this palette did great and I totally recommend it for you guys, especially the ones that like neon colors. I think that this is a great palette, so that's a plus. So there's my opinion for the NYX spring collection. I think they did a great job for a drugstore. Honestly, I love the colors and I think it's a very nice collection. I definitely, when I saw this on Instagram, I was just like, I have to get that to review. So here I am reviewing it for you guys. So I totally love it. I think NYX did a pretty good job. They impressed me with these palettes. Just because I said that I had tried one of their palettes before and I just hated it. I actually was gonna use it for a tutorial and I just didn't end up posting that video because it was a total fail. So with that being said, that is all for this video. If you guys aren't already subscribed, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss my next video. Comment down below what you guys think about this look. Do you guys like kind of like that neon type of look where I experiment with different colors, or do you guys prefer more of a nude type of look? Let me know if you guys want to see the next part of this collection because I have it in my hands. But anyway, don't forget to hit that like button on this video. It really does help out a lot. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.